2-run lead for the Saints, 2 outs, a man on second. Here's the payoff pitch from Pierce. Swing and a miss. Tony Pierce comes in and locks down the door, and the Saints beat Fort Worth 9-7.
Line drive center field in front of Abercrombie. How many will score? Krause comes home to score. Following him to score is Butler, and the St. Paul Saints take a 2-run lead on an RBI single from Steve Mays, his 3rd run batted in of the ballgame.
Try to come out and try to keep it going here tonight.
This could be 2. Bennett spins to Pretty over to first to Brown for the double play. Justin Lord gets out of the jam thanks to the twin kid.
Begging that he maybe hits one hopper back to Charlie. You can go home to first and get 2.
The 0-1.
There it is.
Goes right back to Rod. He will come home just like you called. Dana Sullivan down to first. A 1-2-3 double play.
Winter time in the summer, but a hot start to the final series of the season last night for the St. Paul Saints as they win it 5-4 over the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Thanks for joining us for American Association Baseball along with Dana Kicker. I'm Ron Johnson. The St. Paul Saints staying a 2.5 back of that wild card against Lincoln. They pick up a game yesterday, but right now it doesn't matter if it's the wild card or if it's the division. They just need to win some ball games. Josh Alley leads things off. So if the Saints are going to rally, they're going to need to do it with that bottom portion of the lineup. 5, 6, 7 due up here.
Alley has one of only 2 hits that the St. Paul Saints have been able to manufacture here tonight against Travis Kane, the starter for Sioux Falls. And now Zachary, a good fastball inside. Did he hold up? Yes, he did. Talked about at the top of the telecast, Ron, this Sioux Falls pitching staff is just tremendous. They lead the American Association in ERA at 2.95. Lead it in innings pitched, 231. They're the only team in the American Association that has allowed fewer hits than innings pitched. And if you look out at the scoreboard tonight, through 6, they've only allowed 2. So that is a very, very impressive stat. And if you look in baseball circles, very seldomly will you see a pitching staff that has more innings pitched than hits given up. Now it is 231 to 226. I guess add in the innings here tonight, it's 237 to 228. It's very, very close. But it's a stat that jumped out at me when I got to the ballpark.
Alley thought he had himself a walk, now finds himself in a 3-2 count.
What do they say? Success starts with pitching. Top pitching staff, and obviously 19-8 record. We go with that fine pitching staff.
Hitting helps too. Down the line to right, and that ball is gone. A home run for Josh Alley deep down the right field line, and the St. Paul Saints have tied the ball game.
Well, just a few pitches earlier, Alley was disappointed. He thought he had coaxed the walk, but maybe it was meant to be as Josh gets an inside fastball, turns on it. This ball well out of the ballpark. His 4th home run of the season, 18th RBI. Those left-handers, I tell you what, down and in, if they can get the bad head out, it's a natural swing where they kind of gulp it out. And you can see that this head, the only question was it going to be fair? And Ronnie did a nice job of calling that home run. I mean, it was well beyond the fence, and just like that, Saints finally on the board, and we're knotted up at 1 apiece.
The Saints with just 3 hits tonight. Josh Alley has 2 of them. That one the biggest of the night, and that brings up Brent Krause. He goes to right. Off the wall. And Brent Krause follows the home run up to right with a double to right. Where have the bats been all night, Dana?
Well, Sometimes making a pitching change can do something. Here's a fastball right down the heart of the plate. You're going to see that Kraus drives it to right field, hits off the bottom of that fence. And the leadoff home run, and now the double off the bat of Kraus is going to bring a visit from Mike Meyer, the pitching coach for Sioux Falls. Probably telling him, whatever you've thrown those last two pitches, let's throw something different.
I mentioned at the top of the inning that the Saints, if they were to come back, would need to do it with the bottom half of that lineup. And when that includes Josh Alley and Brent Kraus, it's not a couple of bad options to have in the second half of that lineup. That'll bring up Steve Butler.
More importantly here for Butler is to, if you don't drive the run in, at least move them over to third base. Singh, the first baseman's looking for the bunt, as is Lawhorn, the third baseman.
See if Butler squares. He does, and it's a good one. Zachary, trouble getting out of his glove, but Butler retired at first on a close play. Move the runner over to third on the sacrifice, and a very close play at first base.
That's a tough call for an umpire right here. You're going to see the key was Zachary, when he fielded that ball. The replay may show that the tag was not applied, but that's a tough call for an umpire from that angle. And boy, a fortunate call for Sioux Falls as Antonsen came down with attempted the tag, did not make the tag. It was called out by Mike Newbeck over at first base, but it does advance Kraus to third, and now one away, give Butler a sacrifice.
Well, here's Zach Larson. Good job by Butler all around. Puts the bunt down properly, then hustles it out. But a close play retires him, but does get the job done. Larson in just his 5th game for the Saints gets the start behind the plate tonight, up in a big situation here.
Infield in for Sioux Falls.
Larson looking for his first run batted in of the season.
Grounded out to second back in the 3rd inning, and then worked a walk in the 5th.
Infield playing in. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Larson. Checks his swing, appeal down to first. They say he didn't go. 3-1. Steve Mays due up next. Here's the 3-1. Outside, Larson works the walk. No action for Sioux Falls, so this is up to Zachary with the number 9 man, Steve Mays, in the box. We'll see what George Samus does here as Lamar Rogers peers into the dugout, now gives some signs. Over to Larson at first. Kraus is at third. Steve Mays is in the box with a chance to give the St. Paul Saints the lead. For Sioux Falls, the middle infield will look to turn 2. In the dirt. Lawhorn even with the bag at third. Singh holds Larson on at first. With Hunting and Antonsen double play depth. Here's the 1-0. Drilled foul right side.
Mays has yet to get the ball out of the infield tonight. Ground out and a strikeout.
Step off, fake to third, look at first, and the crowd hates it.
Zachary has already picked a runner off second base tonight.
That was Kobe Smith in the 6th inning. The 1-1 to the plate, fouled off. Good pitch to hit for Mays. Has that move, the fake to third, ever worked for you?
You know what? I can't honestly ever recall attempting it. So the answer would be no.
No, because you knew it wouldn't work. 1-2 to Mays, a man down. Saints looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. Liner back up the middle and through for a base hit. The number 9 man comes through with the go-ahead RBI as Brent Krause scores and the Saints lead it 2-1.
Clutch hitting by Mays. Down in the count with 2 strikes, kind of choking up a little bit, and usually you'll hear hitting instructors tell hitters just drive it up through the box, and that's what Mays does. He hits it sharply right through the box. It gets into center field, plates the second run, and it advances Larson to second base, and the inning stays alive for St. Paul.
And the Saints flip the lineup and go top of the order. It's Kobe Smith now with a chance with 2 on and a man down. Shows bunt, called strike.
Base hit will get activity in the Sioux Falls bullpen. The right-hander. Andrew Pluta.
The 0-1 to Smith, fouled off, and Rodriguez looks like he got a piece of the ball. The ball got a piece of him. Definitely not the easiest position on the diamond.
Nope.
Let's see where it got him. Maybe that exposed hand, the bare hand. A lot of times you'll see catchers put that bare hand behind their back to avoid things like that.
It should be behind the mitts is where it should be, and that's where they'll protect it. When you put it behind your back, it makes you less effective as a defensive catcher. But if you make a fist and put it behind that glove and hold it there, it's more protected.
Called strike to Smith. So Smith down on strikes, 2 outs. That'll bring up Brandon Carter.
Good pitch, a little generous, just off the plate. But James Pattison, the home plate umpire, liked it.
It's Larson at second, Mays at first for Carter, who's 0 for 3. The Saints will have a new pitcher next inning, you'd assume. Twiddell is up, and he looks like he's ready to go. D'Alessandro was also up. Chopper at the plate. Nice play by Zachary to flip it over and retire the side, but not before the St. Paul Saints take the lead on a blast by Josh Alley and an RBI by Steve Mays. 2-1 St. Paul.